Hello, my name is Zachariah with Old Man Gaming, and welcome back to Five Things. And yeah, this is episode 2. Episode 1 went over really good with everybody out there. And yeah, we're going to get into it again. So this time, I definitely dived into the community. I definitely asked some very, very fervent players what they want to see in this game. And so, yeah, while you watch some stock footage, why don't you hear me talk about 5 things we want to see in Call of Duty Warzone? Now, before we get into the list, I do just want to really quickly do something. We tend to be a very communication-heavy community as far as this channel is, and I like to read comments, I like to talk to people, I like to converse with you guys, and we actually got quite a few comments on the last 5 Things video. We did 5 things we want to see in State of Decay 3. So I just want to really quickly read those comments out since we got them, and if we get comments on any video, I'll read them out on the episode following the one that I do. So really quickly first, Jason says, top 5 I want to see: dynamic base outposts, ability to set up anywhere and spread out as needs pile up, outposts need to be manned to function, more options to deal with zombie incursions. He also wanted allied communities, ability to request allies to move closer so as to form a little community of allied enclaves rather than everyone spread out all over the place. Some of these little towns would be cool if you could have a few allies occupying them. Gear crafting, ability to create makeshift weapons using junk you find, ability to modify weapons using parts you find, makeshift armor utilizing stuff you find. Then automotive engineering, ability to do more than simply upgrade one car to another, take existing cars and modifying various parts of the frame and engine to make different kinds of vehicles, like a van specialized in storing a ton of loot, or a van specialized in transporting survivors and keeping them alive, or a car specialized in moving about the roads quickly, or a car specialized in traversing off-road. Then he finally said hunting and domesticated animals. Ability to go out and hunt animals. This is my favorite thing to do in Red Dead Online, and I would absolutely love to see it in SOD3. Horses for mounts and dogs to help with hunting and guarding base. And then renewable resources such as chicken eggs, sheep wool, cow milk, etc. from animals you bring home and take care of. We're kind of on the same page on a lot of those there, Jason, but really great, cool ideas. I really especially love the auto mechanic, the automotive engineering one. Then I got just a nice little post from somebody named Danny Wharton. I only found your channel a few days ago, but I gotta say, I love your videos, smiley face. Might be an odd thing to say, but your voice is very easy to listen to, and I like it. I gotta say, Danny, I don't love my voice, but if you like it, it made me feel good, and when I woke up and saw this comment, just allowed me to start my day in a good mood, so I thank you. But I would not be a YouTube channel if I did not say, please, please, please subscribe. And then Lee Shepard Trading said, Fallout style of base building would be cool. I agree with that. That would be awesome. That would be really cool, and also very fun if you had the dynamic... If you had the dynamic NPC communities, it could almost turn into a fight for like real estate. So that's interesting. So that's just the roundup from the last 5 things that we did. 5 things we want to see in State of Decay 3. But I am guessing most of you here are not here for that. You are here definitely to see what 5 things we want in Call of Duty Warzone. So let's get to it. Just a really quick disclaimer, though. None of these are in any specific order. It's not like a countdown thing. These are just 5 things read to you in whatever order I feel like reading them to you. Also, I just want to add, coming from a Ubisoft For Honor community, which is the most toxic of toxic, it was very refreshing to see a lot of players willing to help me and aid me, as I have not played this a lot, and while Warzone will continue to be a transitional game for me, something I play when I have nothing else to play, I really appreciate the players who play it constantly, taking the time to be nice to me and show me the ropes. So I thank you guys. You know who you are. Well, else I found interesting is how happy they are with this game, and all the things that they wanted corrected almost were majority technical stuff. So interesting stuff. But let's go ahead and get into it. So, number one, they would like the ability to auto pick up any slot that is not already carrying an item or weapon. I know, that's a big one. It's long, and I don't know how I'm going to make it smaller for the on-screen list. But basically, the idea is whenever you're dropping in Warzone, any weapon or equipment, you have to press and hold a button to pick it up. And that kind of makes sense for when, like, you have guns, and you want to be sure you're not accidentally, like, dropping weapons you like for crappy weapons just by pressing the button at the wrong time. Or if there's a big bunch of loot in a spot, you're not picking up the wrong thing, you have a chance to kind of back out, like a 2 or 3 second window to stop from picking it up. However, if you don't have something in the slots that would be used up, i.e. you can carry 2 pieces of equipment, you can carry 2 weapons, you can carry a kill streak and a secondary streak and stuff like that. If you don't have anything in that slot, you still have to press that button to pick it up, which, let's face it, guys, having something is better than nothing. And when you're hot dropping into an area that has a lot of action, that 2 or 3 second pause in the pickup time is life and death. So what you should be able to do is just pick it up as you run over it instantaneously, because let's face it, you'll replace it when you need to replace it, but having something is better than not having it. So that's what we're looking for on this. We want that any slots that are open, just pick up the thing that you walk over, and then you can trade it out for something better when you get it later, and the 3 second button makes sense there, but it doesn't make sense when you just drop in with a pistol. All right, number 2, buy an Armored Satchel from the buy spot. Okay, so in Warzone, for anybody who hasn't played Warzone, unlike other battle royales, there's these spots where you have buy locations where you spend the money that you collect in the mission, which is a very interesting addition to the battle royale kind of thing. So when you get to it, you can buy all sorts of stuff. Your loadout, different armor things, whatever, but you can't actually buy an armor satchel. Now, an armor satchel is a special piece of equipment that when you have it, you can actually carry up to 8 planks of armor, as well as the armor that you have on. For some reason, curiously, that armor satchel is completely absent from the buy station. I mean, there's so many things you can buy at the buy station. I don't understand why the armor satchel isn't there. You can buy a self-revive, you can buy the armor planks separately, you can buy the loadout, you can buy other stuff. I don't know why you can't buy that armor satchel, and a lot of people would like that armor satchel added as the buy station. That brings us to number 3. Number 3 is improved mobility when it comes to mounting or hurdling objects. Okay, specifically, I can actually give an example that happened to me in this. I was towards the end of the game, top 25, moving into one of the final circles. As I crossed a road, somebody in a vehicle came over a path and started to charge me, and I saw a small rock in front of me and was like, I'll just jump over onto that rock. Then they won't be able to run me over with the car. I got to the rock, and while you would mantle on anything that wasn't a rock that was that small, he just would not mantle over this rock, and I just got creamed by the car. So we'd really like to see a little bit more improved mantling. You have all these weird rock faces in the game that you just can't, like, hop over that almost impede your motion in a way that you normally wouldn't. What's even more weird about this is there's certain objects that you can mantle, certain objects that you can't, and there's no real consistency to it. So I can't jump over the 4 or 5 foot rock, but I can jump onto the 6 foot shelf, allowing me to get on the 12 foot roof on the storage town area. Like, that kind of stuff, that kind of inconsistency really can cost your life in a situation where you're making split-second decisions. Like, you're thinking, I've jumped over something that is that small before. Why can't I jump over this thing? And then you can't jump over this thing, and you are dead. In a battle royale, that's a little irritating, so we'd really love it if they could just take another look at mobility. I mean, honestly, for battle royales, and I've played quite a few of them, this is one of the more mobile types of battle royale that I've seen. I mean, everybody in Call of Duty is super fast. There's a lot of sprinting going on. The strafing is very easy. It's a very mobile shooter sort of game. So it is good in a lot of ways, but there are certain inconsistencies in the mobility that really can cost you precious KDA. All right, so number 4, and that is a big one. Anti-cheat software. Okay, look, Call of Duty, Activision, what are you doing? This game makes tons of money. It has tons of players, a huge fan base. Banning 60,000 accounts where they can just go to another account or spoof it with a VPN doesn't do anybody any good. We need some anti-cheat software here. And I don't understand why you don't have more of it. I mean, there's so many games out there with anti-cheat. I mean, freaking Halo has anti-cheat, and Halo is not anywhere near as big as Call of Duty. No offense to Halo people. I know you guys are big, but it's an older game. Player base has dropped off a little bit. Please don't at me. Nonetheless, it has anti-cheat. Where's the anti-cheat for probably the biggest battle royale in the world right now? We really need that. We need that in this game more than ever, especially with crossplay and everything else. You know, hackers can really, really hurt your love of the game. And this comes from me where I got shot through a wall the other day. That's... Like, come on, let's do something about this. I mean, you have the money, you have the resources. This is an unacceptable amount of time that you have spent without anti-cheating software. We need this in the game. Please, please install it in the game. Get that anti-cheat in there so that we can really, really, really get into it. All right, so that brings us to number 5. And I hope you're enjoying all this stock footage. But number 5 is the return of missions. Now, I have not experienced missions because, like I said, I have played it kind of here and there as it has been released free. I've played it the most lately because there's nothing else to play, and a lot of my friends play it, so I decided to check it out. But apparently there were missions back in the day, kind of akin to almost like badass tokens from Borderlands or like the Division's kind of side missions. You know, these things that you could do, like get so many kills with an SMG, get so many kills with this, and you would get rewards for it. Apparently that's gone by the wayside. The missions have gone away, and there's only a few of them, and they're not really great. I'd really like to see that return. Personally, one of my biggest problems with the game myself is that the amount of customization you have for free is very lacking, at least in the beginning. So I would love some more things that you can do to like get cosmetic stuff, even if that's just the reward. So that you can like dress up your character and stuff. Because I'm really sick of looking at the same 3 character models because I can't unlock any other ones because they have huge tail ends on what you have to do to unlock them, or you need to purchase them. And so like I would love some more smaller things that I could do to maybe give myself some more cosmetic options in the beginning, because I like to play with that stuff, and I know there's a lot of other people who like to play with that stuff. I mean, not everybody does. A lot of people are just in it for the KDA, but I mean, there are plenty of people who care what their character looks like. So, but we'd like to see that missions return, and that just adds another layer of fun to the game, which, I mean, that's always good, right? You always want to see that in a game. Well, that is the list. In a nutshell, that's everything there is to it. However, I do want to just throw out there a couple of things. First of all, the biggest community people to contribute to this and also to aid in my Warzone experience. Obviously, you know I'm Philbilly330. He does the streams. Check him out anytime he's doing, because he's very good. But also Twisted Care Bear gave a lot of these suggestions. Filthy Phil was instrumental in helping me with this. And Sniper Hunter. All for you guys. I believe there's also Iron Burrito. If I'm getting all the screen names right, please don't get mad at me if I didn't. But these guys were really, really helpful and really, really nice when it came to playing Warzone, getting into Warzone, and enjoying my experience there. They were also instrumental in telling me the kinds of things we need to add to this game. And what really surprised me here is the fact that they didn't really have any like super wild fun things. Like personally, I had a couple that I was going to put on this list. I decided not to. Decided to go with the community on their answers. But honorable mentions, I would love to see a setting for weather, like have like rain or snow, kind of intermittently random, whether or not when you're loading into the map. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I'd also love a couple more maps. That would be really cool too. They've done a whole nother game addition to this so far, and everybody's still playing on that same map. But I think that's also indicative of the fact of how balanced and good this map and this game is, that it keeps bringing people back. And I hate to champion a AAA developer, but on a very minimalistic whole, this is a really great battle royale and a lot of fun for anybody who gets into it. There's a lot of good opening, like low barriers to entry with second chances like the Gulag and stuff like that. So yeah, it was an interesting, fun time, and I really wanted to thank those guys for helping me play Warzone and helping me come up with this list. So that's it. That's our second episode. Hope you guys are enjoying this. If you comment below, I will read it in next week's wrap-up. Anything that you guys want to add, or any things you'd like to see added to Warzone, I'd love to hear from that. And then we will do another game or situation next week. And as usual, you guys can check us out on Facebook at OldManGamingDH, on Twitter at OldManGaming9. You can join our Discord. The link's in the description below. You can influence all of our shows from there, including this one. Do you want me to delve into a game or something that you want to see seen? Please put it in the comments, and I'll try and take a look at it. So yeah, until then, though, as long as you guys keep watching and listening, I'll keep making them. See you guys next week.